Elio guys, and welcome back to another episode of Infinite Magicraid. In today's video we're going to be tackling Hell Stage 1210, which is the final stage here, and if you've made it this far through the campaign, well, congratulations, you are definitely a good person with this game right here. But my composition is basically what you see here. This is my second attempt at clearing out the stage, because you can obviously tell with the 1 star that I have on the stage that in the past I was successful in clearing it out with no mythics whatsoever. Me, I was under the impression that I needed mythics to kind of clear out the stage via the people on Discord, because the people that have cleared it out have all used mythics, at least to my knowledge. But I was successful, which I'll include a picture of this exact team right here, of clearing out this stage. Now, I'm not saying it was efficient, I'm not saying that it was a good time, but here I'm trying to recreate that moment and just show you guys that if you're running a team composition that's more so focused on single target damage, that there are other compositions out there where you don't necessarily need to have like Melia or Dario to do this type of thing. Will it be a lot more easier for you? Without a doubt. But me, I work with what I have here, and one of my things too was using my boy Magus over everyone else, because everyone's like, Magus sucks. But my biggest thing with Magus is that if he's the worst healer and he can clear out or help me clear out the final stage in the campaign, then basically any healer that you guys pick as soon as you pick up the game and start going through the campaign is viable. And hopefully I can recreate that magic here. But let's go right into the battle. And you'll see that I'm running 3 DPS, there's 1 support, and there's also Magus, which is my healer. This isn't necessarily recommended, but you're going to kind of see what I do with my 3 attackers. Alright, so when you're first entering the stage here, I've said it before in my other videos of the other stages, you want to make sure your whim is a speedy and just tanky boy with plenty of HP, because you want to get that ultimate off to shield up your whole entire squad to get that mitigation going. And then also with consolidation, we have 2 kind of lanes of defense right here. And for Sia, if you do have Sia, always start off for concentration increase. We're going to switch our stance on Yoko to get her damage kind of going as well. And then for Magus, I'm going to go ahead and just pop this HP thing just in case we need it. And I'm going to go ahead and use great example for Rosalia. So the greatest part about Rosalia is that for her great example skill, it boosts up all allies crit damage by 30%, which happens to coincide with Sia over here in her concentration increase, making her Broken Snow ultimate do all kinds of damage. Now, an issue that I'm going to run into here is freaking Horrify, which just yeeted my entire ult. So RIP to the squad. But we're going to go ahead and keep this going and see if I can kind of get through this, because the real problem doesn't come here. It comes a little bit later in this run. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to attempt this again here. I've kind of already explained what I'm doing, at least on this stage, so hopefully we can just get through this. It's just that, you know, the composition that I'm running is a bit risky, which makes sense. But it is indeed possible, and it's going to happen, man. It's just going to happen. But once again, coming in here with Rosalia, getting that great example off to help boost up Sia's potential crit damage, as long as she doesn't get Horrify on her. And they killed Yoko, and I mean, what is happening here? Like, Yoko couldn't even make it to the 2nd round, dude? Yeah, that was just sad, dude. Like, all I needed was just that 1 more turn, and they were like, absolutely not. We cannot do that for you. Now, the carries here, there aren't much of a threat because, well, I mean, their damage is nothing to scoff at, but they're not like Dario where, oh, if someone dies, I get to automatically act. It's like, no, bro, you should not be able to do that. That should be absolutely illegal what you're doing here. Should be ready to go. Thank goodness there's no freaking Darios here, because oh my goodness, man. That dude is a butt cheek on a stick. But we're gonna go ahead and make sure our crew is topped up here. Try and take out the carrots first, because don't get me wrong about the carries, they're doing work. But Carrot in his Horrify is, as the name states, horrifying, because you just basically yeet your moves. But once again, the lovely part about Rosalia is kind of stripping off that HP, getting Zia prepped and ready to go. And I'm trying to manipulate their turn bars. That way I can have that happen, but unfortunately Rosalia went down too. Alright, so the carrots are out of the way here. And we just have the lovely carries to worry about, and if they crit and stuff like that, it's going to be very terrible here. But also what I'm trying to do is kind of whittle away all of their HP at once. That way when they do die, I don't have to worry about them reviving, because all of them will kind of be in the same vicinity of damage. Why would you do that to my poor Whim? Don't you? Oh, I should have known. I should have known. Looks like they went ahead and yeet one move right there. Alright, we have that going on. Once again, keeping that consolidation up. We're going to go ahead and trigger that. Try and top up the squad real quick. And that should take us to the final wave right here. I should have did consolidation. We'll go ahead and put concentration increase up there too. And let me see if the AI can take over here. Yeah, we should be fine. But yeah, I mean, this is how I ended up clearing this stage. It's not something that I recommend, but literally if you made it this far to the game, this stage isn't as problematic as one of the earlier stages where freaking Darios are just terrible. And this dude just straight up healed himself? And it's kind of crazy the damage C is outputting even without Rosalia being here in that lovely crit damage bonus. Gotta love Whim, dude. Especially if you're a free-to-play player. Whim is just heaven sent, dude. So yeah, I succeeded in clearing out this stage, and this time both Yoko and Rosalia passed out, or passed away shall I say, but it's definitely doable. It just depends on your team composition. Make sure you guys are focusing on the Darios in the first wave, focus on the carrots on the next wave, and if you have to drop a DPS and run like another supporter here, perfectly makes sense to me. Even if I, for instance, dropped either Yoko or Rosalia and put in Reliant instead, to not only have that kind of speed boost for my party, but decrease the opposite team's speed just long enough for another DPS to kind of pick off Dario or pick off Carrot. But hopefully this video helped you guys, at least in terms of single target attackers, to show you that it is indeed possible. It's just not recommended because I barely got through that, but you know, at least for clearing out the campaign the first time, it's great, especially without any mythics. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.